But speaking of Kendrick, TDE appears to be getting ready to make some noise. The Mafia of the West is back. They celebrating their 20 years in the game, and TDE might be dropping this Friday, the 16th. The Top Dog Entertainment Twitter account made an announcement today, earlier today. Now, it could just be for merchandise because they posted a bunch of photos. I think this is J Rock fine ass, but they posted some merchandise, some really nice photos. But I have a feeling that some new music might be coming with it too, because like I said, it is their 20th anniversary. So it kind of makes sense. And just last week, Absol tweeted TDE and then for everyone to stay tuned. So I'm looking forward to that. It's been a long time. I'm getting the hang of this, cousin. You feel me? Yeah, it looks like a merch promo, but hopefully it's something more. Especially I think like a month ago, Dochi dropped and she had Absol, J Rock, and I think it was Isaiah Rashad in her music video. And the TDE's social medias, they've been very active as of late. So kind of makes sense that something else aside from like merch would be coming for their 20th year anniversary. And my only thing is like, is Kendrick gonna be a part of it? A part of the project? Right, exactly. Mad suspicious. All of them have been being real suspicious lately. And I low key hate it, but I low key like it. And yeah, so it's like 20-year anniversary. Is Kendrick gonna be a part of it? I mean, his last album was 2022, which was his last obligation to TDE. And now he's under his own label, which is PG Lang. But I feel like, of course, he will be a part of the 20-year anniversary. I mean, he helped build TDE. Him, J Rock especially, who was like their first guinea pig, um, to put the label out there. So I mean, it's only right. He doesn't have to be signed to the label to be a part of it, and obviously they're still all on good terms. So I definitely believe Kendrick will be a part of it. Facts. Why not? I mean, they showed up for him recently, so why not? Why not return the favor? Right, exactly. That would be very, very odd. That would be very odd. But I could see it coming. But yeah, so TDE might be into some things. SZA as well. She should be a part of it because she's still TDE. For some odd reason, a lot of people don't realize that SZA is a part of TDE. I don't know why. That's just they just don't realize that. But yeah, we shall see. I'll definitely keep y'all posted. And if y'all see anything, of course, y'all could hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. And since we are on Kendrick, apparently Kendrick and the West Coast are again on another time clock because apparently the time is ticking on Kendrick and the West Coast because apparently Kendrick doesn't do enough when it comes to the West Coast and artists from the West Coast. People are demanding him to do more than what he's already done.
Academics, but I do agree with him on the.
During the what is it, Ace Boy Pun podcast. I don't know the actual name, but I know that the guy Ace, it's his either podcast or live stream where there was a conversation about Kendrick doing features with artists that were on the stage at the pop out. So let's watch this video real quick. Right. Yeah. That could be, and then plus, yeah, that could be it. Although I think someone at TDE is upset with Kendrick. It should ton of Kendrick's movies has been showing up. Yeah, they've been doing that for a while. Yeah. Whoever it is, they need to fucking stop. What are we so entitled? If you guys with them, great. If not, yeah, right. So this guy, I don't know who this guy is. I'm gonna try to pause and stop it because I don't want to get copyrighted.
Point of, I would like to see some of those artists from the pop out get features from Kendrick. How do you guys feel about that?
I think everybody would like to get features from Kendrick. I think
who wouldn't want a feature from Kendrick? I mean, people from the West Coast, people from the East Coast, people from the South. Who don't want a feature with Kendrick?
any artist from the West Coast would love to have a feature for Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, at the same time, it's like
they still gotta put the work in.
And then too, like being, if you're gonna do something, you're gonna ride with somebody, it shouldn't be to receive something.
Facts. You should not be doing something just to get something out of it. Like if you want to be a part of something, you should be doing it because you want to do that and you want to show up for that person at the end of the day.
You know what I'm saying?
It shouldn't be, but it would be nice to get it, especially if we're in a deficit.
It's always a person like this that got so much opinion on something and don't be knowing shit and just don't be knowing shit, but got all the conversation in the world, all the thoughts and all the opinions in the world.
So what I'm saying is, if an Atlanta artist had a #1 record on the pop charts, best believe he's going on a feature run.
First of all, a feature run, Kendrick Lamar does not need to go on a feature run. Someone who goes on a feature run is someone who's brand new into the game and who needs to establish himself and who's out there looking for money. Kendrick doesn't have to go on a feature run. That's Kendrick Lamar.
Yes or no?
100%.
But when an LA rapper, I'm just pointing out culture, psychology, and mindset. The mindset is what holds back LA rappers. This is mental.
What?
It's been embedded in us to be lackadaisical, nonchalant, take 5-6 years to put out music. That don't happen now, so.
What LA artist is lackadaisical?
So what I'm saying is, if Kendrick goes #1, not if Kendrick went #1, where's the feature run?
Kendrick Lamar does not need to go on a feature run. This guy clearly does not know who Kendrick Lamar is or what Kendrick Lamar has done. Kendrick Lamar does not need to go on a feature run.
You get what I'm saying? When Lil Baby goes #1 and has that big hit, he goes on a feature run with the Baby.
Did he just compare Kendrick to Little Baby and the Baby? That automatically voids his conversation. That automatically voids your conversation. You're comparing Kendrick Lamar to Little Baby and the Baby and saying Kendrick Lamar needs to go on a feature run. Kendrick Lamar is not hurting for anything. That's where Buddy has it confused. That's where you have it confused. Little Baby and the Baby. Be so serious, sir.
Had that big hit, he goes on a feature run. Kendrick gets his big hit. Where the features at?
Has Kendrick Lamar put out any more music? Since Not Like Us, he's been letting Not Like Us ring off for the entire summer. Not Like Us has been sitting in the top 3 for the last 14, 15 weeks. We have not gotten any new music from Kendrick Lamar. So what is he talking about?
You could be blessing a lot of different LA artists, West Coast artists, and elevating the game.
Okay.
And bringing back.
That's your problem. You're talking about stuff that you do not even know. Because Kendrick Lamar has already done those things. Kendrick Lamar already blessed LA artists. Kendrick Lamar did not have to have those people on the pop-out stage. Those 50 plus features of LA artists that Kendrick Lamar has done on record, he did not have to do those things.
Back to West Coast in that
so
sense.
Who on this list do you think deserves to get that feature from Kendrick then? On the list that you got.
I hope
no one deserves anything from Kendrick Lamar.
to see Kendrick on Roddy's up. Roddy, excuse me.
You said deserves. Like,
No.
Thank you to this young man in the back. What do you mean deserve? They don't deserve anything. He did enough. He did enough by putting those people who would never, probably never be inside of that building, an opportunity to touch that stage. Aside from the likes of like what YG, Roddy Rich, Tyler the Creator, um, Ty Dollar Sign, Mustard, and all of those, Jason Martin, those artists like that, the rest of them probably would never touch that kind of stage ever again in their life. He gave them an amazing platform, and many of them took advantage of that opportunity because they were able to get gigs after the pop out. Kendrick gave them that alley-oop. So what do you mean because he didn't put them on a song, it's null and void? Like he's not doing enough? Kendrick Lamar has 50 plus features with LA artists to this day. But you would know that, Big Worm, if you actually listen to Kendrick Lamar's music, because it's clear you don't. It's clearly that you don't. It's clear that you don't. His last album, Mr. Morale, which came out in 2022, had an LA artist on it, which was Blast, who was at the pop out. Had Tana Leon, I hope I'm saying his name right. He was on the album. Thundercat was on the album. Soundwave, he's been using since day one, who's also from LA. So, buddy, what are you talking about? What exactly are you talking about? Would it be nice for him to work with more artists? Absolutely. But he's already worked with 50 plus of them. He doesn't have to do any more than what he's already done. And what he's done was gave them a platform, increased their social media presence because all of their engagements went up. A lot of them got opportunities, club appearances to perform, interviews on platforms they probably would never be on ever unless it was for the pop out. So, sir, what are you talking about? They don't deserve anything. They deserve what they got, and they were appreciative. You see none of them complaining about it because they appreciated being a part of that moment. They appreciated being a part of history. He didn't have to do that. He did not have to do that. Buddy need to shut up. I have no idea. People are always so entitled. Right. You can't force him to do anything that he doesn't want to do. If you don't know Kendrick Lamar right now, Kendrick Lamar moves how he wants to move. No one forces him to do anything. No one forces him to do anything. It's ridiculous, cousin. It's so ridiculous. Exactly. And you know what's funny that you said that, cousin? Because Jason Martin, Problem, who was also at the pop out, I'm guessing he's responding to this video because he took to his Twitter and basically had similar sentiments. Let me see if I can find that tweet. What did he say? Hold on. So this is what Jason Martin had to say, who used to go by Problem. Nobody knows what's going on behind the curtains of the West, but the guys behind the curtain. The only people that know what the fuck we got brewing is us. And stop rushing us just because somebody that ain't from here is telling y'all to slow down turbos. We got this. So this was a direct response to Big Worm or whatever his name is. A direct response. He also said, respect the process, respect artistic freedom, respect the fact that niggas ain't just rushing shit just to prove something to a bunch of motherfuckers that don't really fuck with us anyway. All facts. Nothing but facts. Everybody got opinions that don't know what's going on. And then he said, I get it. Y'all are excited. Shit, I am too. But there is no point of getting the ball back just to fumble it. Stay focused. We got this. So everybody apparently is annoyed by that dude in his comment all day. All day. He's been sitting up watching academics and then coming back and regurgitating it. Bro, you clearly from LA because you're in LA doing that stream. You got a LA hat on. Do better, my boy. Do better. I think they just love music. That's why music leaking, I'm sure. Yeah, but they should not be doing that, especially not to their own artists. Right. He's a dweeb. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I've downloaded I'm Better like a million times in the song with Victoria Monet. I still don't get why he tried to give that song away to Rihanna. Rihanna ain't make music in like a decade. Exactly. Jake, terrible, terrible, terrible. Young, dumb, ill-informed, don't know what he's talking about. All of the above. Exactly. He's not hurting for anything. He don't have to put himself out there and do a feature with about every single person. No. Exactly. Exactly. His best friend is literally on the production team. Like, you think he's just bringing these people and not putting them in positions, not paying them? Like, it's just like, all right, I put you on this stage, bye, never talking to you ever again. That's not how it works. A lot of them people are really his friends, his family. He considers them his family. You're just an outsider wanting him to move how you want him to move and on your time. Kendrick Lamar does not move like that. If one thing you know about him is he's gonna do what the fuck he wants, when the fuck he wants, and how the fuck he wants. It's never enough. It's never enough. And I'm starting to feel like I seen somebody say this the other day when they were talking about, oh, the features and stuff. And they were like, okay, but he's featured with this person. They're like, well, not that person. At this point, you just want him to feature with your cousin because you're never going to be satisfied. It sounds like you want him to give your cousin a feature, your auntie a feature. That's what it sounds like at this point. That's what it sounds like. No research. No research at all. He's using Drake like a riding trends. That's why Drake can't get a hit because he's worn out. You've done it all. People have heard it before. They don't want to keep hearing that same bullshit. You're not coming up with no new concepts. But yeah, so that guy is rushing Kendrick, and apparently the West Coast is on a time crunch that they need to hurry up and get to it, or people are not satisfied. Whatever the fuck that means.